Welcome to the Made You Smile podcast. My name's Melinda.
And I'm Carrie, and we're here to bring you fun, laughter, and maybe even a few aha moments.
So ready, set, smile. Oh wait, I didn't smile.
Hello.
We missed last week. I apologize. That was me.
Well, you have no reason to apologize because why?
I don't know why.
You were sick.
Oh, yeah, I didn't feel good. And this time of year, just things are a lot.
It's a lot.
And you get run down. Especially, I think, I'm not going to toot our own horns. But,
toot, toot.
But moms have a big role in the magic of the season.
Yep, that's for sure.
And so do dads, but I think we feel it more.
You know what? I think we all know who makes Christmas happen.
Anyway, so now we're back together.
Yes.
Back together again.
Back together again.
Laverne and Shirley.
We got all the world's problems solved at lunch today, so
we did.
You're welcome, everybody.
And I just got no talking on topics or anything, but we sat down in the booth, and you went, okay.
And
I was just like,
okay.
Oh, okay, wait, let me.
You were like, hang on.
I've got to get my Coke. Where's my Diet Coke? Yeah. It's close at hand. I made sure that I was comfortable where I was sitting, and I leaned in, ready for a good story. Yep. And it was a good story. It was a great story.
I did my very best to make it clear, and I used visuals.
Yes.
And you got it. Like, I could tell, because I was really wanting you to understand all the things that was happening without it being convoluted.
She did use visual aid. It was her silverware that you used to explain
who was
the movers in the story.
The characters
all
of the moving pieces
you did
of
great.
The story.
It was a good
I'm getting better
after being apart for 2 weeks.
I'm getting better. It's hard for me. You and I both have ADHD.
Yes.
And I will chase rabbits, and I will fall down the rabbit, all the rabbit
and the person,
analogies.
The ADD person on the other side finishes the story
way ahead. Already.
I've already finished the story.
I do that as well. When I don't finish the story, I finish a sentence, because if someone hesitates with their sentence, I will
help them out. You want to be helpful.
Burped. I'm so sorry. I've got a Diet Coke, and it's not just super cold. It's I'll have to bleep that out. But yeah.
Yeah, you want to be helpful and help people finish their thought.
I do.
You think they're struggling, and I want to be a nice person and get to that word or to the end of that sentence for you.
Yep.
Where it's all about helping.
I do that to my husband.
Talking about that though,
all the time. Yeah.
My husband. So we were talking about. Apparently there's something, and I don't know. I know everything's overly diagnosed, and we've got a disease and a syndrome for everything now, it seems. Yep. And we're all identifying
everything's.
You hear one characteristic,
diagnosable. Yes.
And you're like, that's me.
Yes.
That explains it
all.
Guess
what I have.
If my teachers only knew, then they would have seen the brilliance of Melinda Whitten.
Yeah.
Swadley then. But anyway, my husband tries to help me out.
Aww.
And so he's a helper. He's a helper. But he'll see for example, my purse or my wallet that I've laid somewhere, and he puts it where he thinks it makes the most sense.
Yes.
But he doesn't realize things behind closed doors disappear and stop existing for me. I forget what that's called, but there's a thing to that.
Oh.
And so
if it's out of sight, out of mind.
That's why it's hard for me to put things in cabinets, because open shelving cabinets I think would be
so it's
really
not
good for
there
me.
If you can't see it.
If I can't see it, it stops existing. That happens in my studio. Thank you.
Yeah.
I would really rather have open shelving with and I would keep it very organized.
Yeah.
I do like organization, but it has to be open shelving. Anyway. All that to say, he puts things where he thinks it's most logical to be, and I have things that make sense I have to keep my pattern. I have to have my pattern. And so my purse stays by the door I exit out of, underneath the desk in our kitchen. That's where I like to slide it
Uh-huh.
because that's where I need to write something down. It's right by the desk, or it's where I can easily take it and go. And for him, it made sense for it to go into the bedroom where he thinks all of our, stuff should
Right.
go.
Yeah.
And anyway, I was like, stop helping. This is your time helping.
Yeah.
Because I panic and then I can't find it on my
Yeah.
way out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we are back together
Yes.
after
Thankfully.
two weeks apart.
Yes. Yeah. Are you feeling better?
I am. Boy, I was having terrible, I don't get migraines and I don't get headaches that much. But remember I was telling you I was having this stabbing behind my eyes.
Yeah.
And so much pressure and just complete exhaustion.
You felt like your head was stuffy, but your nose wasn't stuffy.
Right. And I felt like somebody was on the back of my eyeballs pushing them out this way.
Ouch.
Anyway, it was really bad. I don't get headaches like that. And it didn't go away. It wasn't throbbing or anything. It just wouldn't go away. I'm sure it has something to do with the pressure or weather change.
Yeah.
But I think it gets harder as maybe we get older to rebound.
Yes.
And the exhaustion was just, it was overwhelming.
A lot.
It was a lot. And going into this season and everything.
Yes.
So
you had why haven't they fixed that yet?
yes.
It's been a while since we fixed something.
Haven't. And I mean, we're so smart.
Or since we've brought something to the attention to something.
And I'm sure that we've
that
covered this
needs
already.
To be fixed.
But as I'm aging, there's a
Yes.
couple of things and this is how the doctors all start
Yeah.
everything when you get to be a certain age, as you age.
As we age.
But I am having the reading distance and all of that is happening.
Right.
And a lot of baking happens around this time of year.
Yes.
Thanksgiving and
Yes.
whatever. And so we praised the existence of resealable packaging.
Yes.
And Ziplocs and all of that.
Yes.
But have you ever, there are so many on these food items that have these tiny, tiny Ziploc things.
Yes.
That you're supposed to get everything lined up perfectly to easily slide it across.
Yes.
And if you make it a hair's length
Yep.
width or whatever, it's
Yep.
not going to Ziploc.
Yeah.
It's there for, I'm gonna call it. It's there for appearances only to make you feel like it's a resealable
You're
item.
getting like and interesting.
I'm gonna buy this upscaled cheese.
So I can
because it has the Ziploc and I
Yeah.
don't have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And I say it's there for show only because it's not functional.
Yeah.
It's not a big enough Ziploc.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you had the eyes of a 10-year-old, you
Yeah.
could get those all things lined up. But who wants to take that much time?
So isn't that just like manufacturers though? They will make you feel like they'll bump the price up a little bit.
Right.
And they'll make you feel
You're
like
going to buy the convenience.
you're having an elevated experience with this bagged cheese.
I did not have an elevated experience with this shredded cheese. I was very angry at it.
You know what I've started doing?
What?
I have started, because I love like getting block cheese. First of all, I have this weird, very satisfying thing to grate.
Oh, I do
things.
too.
I
like
love, like, especially when it's nice and soft and just real pliable. I love to grate cheese.
That is odd.
It
That,
is
that's,
it? You
it
just
is.
said you like to do
Well,
it too.
yeah, but you're talking. You've gone way.
Okay, all
way
right.
too
I've made it a
into
thing.
Yeah,
Okay, I made it weird. Okay, no. I do love to grate things. There's something just very cathartic about grating cheese. I love cheese, but I've just started grating my own cheese and putting it in a Ziploc bag.
With a big enough one closure.
Yeah, a one that
or the
actually
one that has
works.
the zipper on it.
And it's when you grate cheese like that, it doesn't have that coating on it like it does when you buy the bagged cheese. And so it melts a lot easier. In my opinion, it tastes a lot better. So
I'm going to relate the grating of the cheese to what I think what it's feeding in you, which is you have a large task.
Yes.
And you can finish it.
I can.
You know, it's like when clutter drives
Yes.
me crazy, but
Yeah.
you got all you got to do is take this and grate it, and then the job is done.
Yeah.
It's the same way I used to feel about mowing the yard.
Yeah.
I can't do a lot of little tasks, but I can run
Yeah.
back and
Well,
forth,
and it's
and it gets
easy.
done.
It's easy and it's visual and it's like it works because that really frustrates me when I'm doing something and it doesn't work like easily. It's just something that works easily. And there is a
The grader has not made a whole lot of
no,
advances.
no.
I think there's some,
Yeah.
maybe push,
Yeah.
pull down
Well,
things.
there's the Pampered Chef grinder thing where you can stick a thing of cheese in the thing that shuts like that, and then you
We're
grate
so
it,
technical.
and it comes out like out of the side, and you can use that for a lot of things. Like I use it
Do
for
you think you
eggs
would
and
get the satisfaction of
no,
using that
no,
rather than just doing the
no, because
old-fashioned grater?
with that Pampered Chef thing, and I love Pampered Chef. Don't get me wrong, I love it. There are with that contraption thing though, you have to take it apart, and it's got a lot of different small
And then you have
pieces
to do a
that
lot
you
of
have
cleaning.
to you either clean it or you have to stick
Yeah.
it in your dishwasher, and it's just a lot of trouble for something that
Is
you
this
could
product placement?
yes, good job, thank you Diet Coke, fueled by Diet Coke.
Yeah.
This
Not
this
sponsored.
segment
We would love
brought to
sponsorship.
you by Diet Coke. But yeah, so with a grater, you just grab that one thing, you just stick it down on your butcher block and just
I have
grate
another
away.
confession.
Okay.
I like to collect neat tools.
Like
Just neat little kitchen
gadgets.
I
Yeah.
like to collect them,
Yeah.
but they really mostly just sit in the drawer
Sit
and
there.
not get used.
Yeah.
What was your latest?
Okay.
I'm going to
Ooh.
tell you
Ooh,
your
this is
latest
good.
kitchen gadget that you feel does not sit in the drawer,
Yeah.
but was actually one that you're going to put into
Yes.
regular use.
Yes.
I have one.
What is it?
Greg got me last year. I think it was for Christmas last year. The kitchen shredder. The kitchen. Yeah, it shreds your
Shreds
kitchen.
your whole
You're
kitchen.
no longer chicken shredder.
I just bought one.
Did you have it?
I'm so excited. I
think-
haven't gotten to use it yet, but I'm
thought it
very
was one of
excited
the-
to use
I
it.
thought it was one of these things that's going to be harder to use. I mean, they made it look so
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
It cannot be that easy.
Yeah.
It's going to slip and no.
Yeah.
It's
No.
got little. It doesn't, and it makes.
Oh, I'm so excited.
making,
I'm going to go buy
like,
some chicken just to shred it.
tortilla soup.
Yes.
Or if you're going to do shredded chicken tacos.
Yes.
It's very quick.
I'm very excited to
And
use
it's
mine. I
easy.
haven't gotten to use it yet.
It doesn't have a lot of, just 2 parts.
Yeah.
And it's easy to clean.
So I have a hack for it. This segment is
I-
all
oh,
over the place.
Wait. First, you got what's your kitchen
Oh,
gadget?
kitchen gadget.
Or your gadget that you got that it does not sit in the drawer. You actually use it.
I don't know if you can call this a gadget,
We'll call it a gadget to make it fit in the
but
segment.
it's my, I guess if you can call a chicken shredder a gadget, it's my ground beef. Like it's the breaks up the ground beef. It looks like it's a
What does it look
weird
like?
looking thing. It's got a handle like a long spoon. I'm just all over the place. But it's designed to
Where you don't have to get your fingers in there to crumble
where
it
like
up.
if you're making meat, like if you're grounding up ground beef and you put the ground beef instead of using the spoon to get in there and break it up with the spoon, it's like a spiral thing on the
Oh.
end of a handle. I'll show it to you when this is over. And you put it down and you grind up the meat.
Oh, I bet it would also like mix in the spices and stuff really well.
Yeah,
if
it
you're
does.
going
It's great. It's
well,
a great
you're going to have
gadget.
to put that in the
Yeah. Oh, in our show notes.
yes.
We'll put the
So-
chicken grinder, the chicken shredder, and the
That's a gadget
meat.
I would keep and use.
Yeah,
in the
I
drawer.
keep it. Okay, you know how you have on your kitchen counter, you have your A tier utensils, and then you have the B tier
Sure.
utensils. A tier utensils you keep in that. For some people, it's a pitcher. For some
Yeah,
people, it's
I
like
have
a.
It says
yes,
utensils, and
Yes.
that's where the A ones go.
That's where the A
Right.
team goes. The B team gets put in the drawer. I keep what's in your
I was
drawer.
gonna say it doesn't take.
What's your B team?
You don't have to be real good to
Yeah.
make it on the B team. I would say way too many. For example, Olive Garden utensils that they send that are supposed to be temporary.
Yes.
Those
Oh, I
make it
keep
in
'em.
my.
I
Those
keep
make
'em.
it in my
Yeah.
B team drawer.
Well, I have to because we have college kids over so much
Yes.
these days, and
But
so I
way
have
to
to
go,
have
Olive Garden. Those last a
I
good.
know.
They go through
They're
the washer,
good. Yes.
dishwasher pretty
They
well.
do. Yeah. What
What's
else
in-
do you have in your B team?
Probably things that just don't. I mean, my potato peeler goes in there.
Ah.
My meat thermometer goes
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
B team drawer just because there's no good place. Now I have one of those fancy ones. the
Meat
fancy-
thermometer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hooks to your phone or is
Yes.
Bluetooth with your
That's what
phone.
Randy
unless you-
has.
So
Yeah. That is fancy.
it is. And then I don't. I mean, all the all the. I did order.
You're so happy,
I'm
man.
gonna chase.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Come
chase,
on back around,
chase
sis.
her out.
Yep.
So all my girls,
Uh-huh.
my girls that were here in town came over to bake Christmas cookies, and
Oh,
I
I
loved
love
it.
that. That's so
They
much
were at the
fun.
house from 9 to 2, and I thought, well, I'm going to supply them with some good
Yeah.
things because there's a lot of things. Do you have things in your kitchen that you're embarrassed about that should have been thrown away years ago? But when no
No.
one's looking, oh, please tell me you do. Please
not
tell me, people,
anymore.
that you have things out there that
I used to, but I got rid of them.
you're hoping whoever comes
Don't see
over
that. Don't
don't
look at
pull that
that.
drawer open
Yeah.
and see that you're still using that
Yeah.
thing. I have many of those things.
Yeah.
So I got some new measuring spoons because mine have all been pulled apart off of the, and they're scattered in the B drawer.
Yeah.
And I got some new measuring cups and I got some new mixing bowls. They never came.
What?
I know. Amazon, I love you. I do love
Did
you,
you get
but
your money back?
I'm going to.
Did you report it? Okay.
I ordered some new canisters because mine are kind of sketchy now. And I was really excited about those, but when they came, one of them was broken, and the two other ones were stacked, like, what are those? They were inside the big one.
Yeah.
So the big one was broken, but the two inside ones were not.
Uh-huh.
I went to return those, and they said, don't even bother returning it, but
Yeah.
we'll give you...
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
got to keep two
I know.
perfectly
Yes.
functional smaller
Yes.
canisters.
I've had that happen to me as well.
But anyway, I was trying to, and I totally forgot. I've chased so many rabbits now. I forgot my point about the girls coming over, but
You were going to make it really nice
I was gonna make it nice
and a good experience for them.
because I do have some. I have to say, I've got some utensils I'm ashamed of,
You're ashamed to have.
and it's hard for me to throw them away because for me, that's not so picky about their worn use and the
Yeah.
fact that they may have some baked on
Sure.
oil and grease that you cannot get off.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't.
I did a clean out. I did a purge of my utensils because I got so tired of opening a drawer. And I will say this, I am pretty great about, like, when I
Retiring.
see, yes, how I
I
grew
love
up.
how visual.
Yes.
that helps. That helps everybody
Yes,
understand what I
when
mean.
you say use the hand motions. But the way I grew up was we moved every 6 years. Houses we moved like every 3 or so years. Preacher's kid in Arkansas, so we went to where the church would provide a house for us, and so we would have to just kind of be at their mercy. So we got used to moving a lot, and my sister and I counted it up once when we were like just about to finish college, and we had moved 21 times
Wow.
to 21 different houses. And so, which blew my mind. I was like, no way we've lived in that many houses. Yes, we've lived in that many houses. But I learned not to keep things, like
Travel.
to purge.
Yeah,
Randy, on
that's
the
right.
other hand, grew up in the same house his whole life, one house. And so it's harder for him to let things go. But I look at my B team drawer not too long ago, and I got really frustrated at how hard it was to get open and close it and put things in there. And I was
Yeah, so
like,
that's
I'm
good.
not using 75% of this stuff.
You know what I did the other day? It felt
What'd
so
you
good.
do the other day?
I I put new drawer liner in.
Ooh,
I took everything out. I thought for the
fancy.
holidays, I don't want them to see my old yellowing drawer liner, and
Yeah.
so that made me
There's
feel.
something
But
about
so the difference in the way, so it's like a fresh start.
yeah, it is.
And so then you want pretty
Yes.
B team. You want
Yes.
even your B team utensils
To
to
feel
look happy in that pretty
yes.
drawer. But my mom grew up really in poverty,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And so her philosophy, which my mom is an incredible housekeeper, and just, I mean, I'm sure, if she knew DNA testing were available, she wants to see what mutant gene I have.
Where you switched it, Vern.
Yeah, what switched, but there must be some kind of mutation on my housekeeping genes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so things were precious to her. I mean, my mom, oh my word, she has the same measuring cups
Yeah.
that she had when she and Dad first got married.
Wow.
And the same mixing bowls.
Yes.
And when you sit there and add up, I mean, she didn't feel like she had to replace them to make them pretty.
If it ain't broke,
I think of the money
don't
that
replace it.
she and Dad saved on her not feeling like I have to get the prettiest, newest measuring cups.
Yeah.
And of course, because she's a great housekeeper, they're still in really good condition. And so are her mixing bowls and all that Corningware that she still has and things like that. But I did not get that gene.
And again, let's just go back to the whole manufacturing thing. I'm bringing it back around with the whole putting the thing on the Ziploc thing on the cheese bag.
You think?
Have you seen that? Speaking of chasing rabbits, there's a whole meme of somebody took a picture of one of those bags of cheese, and the caption was, "I'm using this as my new send off, like my new goodbye. When I say goodbye, this is what I'm going to say." And on the bag of cheese, it said, "Stay fresh, cheese bag." So he's like, "Stay fresh, cheese bag." So,
but I want to say, you sit on the throne of life.
You sit on a
cheese
throne
bag
of life,
because that zipper does not keep it fresh. It doesn't work.
But it's the thing. Here's the thing. This could go with why haven't they fixed that yet? / hall monitor of the world.
Yes.
They don't make things to last anymore. Do you remember when mattresses used to be like 20, 25 years?
Yeah.
Well, now they're saying you replace them every 10 years. And
how convenient for the mattress people.
How things don't last like they used to, because like washers and dryers, we have to, like, they don't make them as sturdy and as long lasting, because then we don't buy stuff.
And
I
miss those big tub
I know
washers, and they would, and you could put a baby on the top of it. It was good because they would sit there and go, and we would work the baby to sleep,
and no one would come for you.
No,
just do it.
And it didn't have that little happy song at the end that just meant you've got to fold clothes. What's our song? We used to remember.
We have the same one, right? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Da,
da, da, da, da, da, da, like you're happy. Yay. Like you get to fold clothes now.
Laundry.
Move the wash over.
Yeah. So like.
So what is the point?
Things to last. I just think there is a generation that is above us. I don't even know if it's probably the boomers and the
silent generation.
The silent generation. They went through a depression, and not the kind you go and get therapy for. It's the depression, the Great Depression, when the whole country was suffering. And so you made things last. You kept a hold of things. And marriages last. You didn't give up on things. Right. You worked to fix it.
So everything is pretty now.
Yes.
And a lot of times you're buying something to match your kitchen.
To go with that
So
dopamine
whenever the
hit.
kitchen,
Yep.
Sorry, I touched.
Yeah.
Whenever the kitchen changes, you have to buy something that matches that new kitchen now. And so that goes with all that glitters is not gold.
All that glitters isn't gold. It's
like cheaply made
yes,
things that'll break when delivered to you.
I had back in my day when I was these youngsters these days.
We are getting to that
When
age.
I was just sitting here thinking, when I got married, before I got married, and I was putting household stuff together, my mother-in-law gave me stuff that she wasn't using anymore. And I had these pink mixing bowls, and I was just happy to have them because my family didn't. I lived on a preacher's salary, and my mother worked at a Christian bookstore. So I had both parents were working, but we still just, things were always tight. You made it work. So you didn't just like you didn't just run out and buy something. Even if something broke, you didn't just run out and buy something. You made that do until it just disintegrated. Like it was, you used things up. And so when I got married, my mother-in-law gave me a bunch of stuff, and I was happy to have it. And I had these mixing bowls that were pink. And I remember posting something on Facebook a few years ago with that pink mixing. I'd had it for 25 years. I'd had that bowl. And so I had posted something with that bowl.
Did somebody say, buy you a new bowl or something?
No, you know what it was? It broke. Like a piece of the plastic off of the side of it came off, and I was making a post about how I'd had this bowl. This was handed to me from my mother-in-law. So how old and how long I've kept this bowl, and now that it's broken, it's time to move on. And somebody posted, a member of my family, I will not say who, commented and said, "It looks like one of those vomit bowls from the hospital."
Oh.
I was like, well, ouch. That's not very nice. That's not, I was making this beautiful point about how we just, if things aren't aesthetically pleasing, we just run out. Yes.
For
and
ruining
so
my point.
I had to go, like, it was time to buy new bowls. And so my toaster that I've had since before my children were born.
My favorite.
They're probably 30. It's probably 30-year-old.
So many of my favorite little appliances are from when Greg and I got married. Yeah. And I can't replace it now.
Right.
It finally, Greg was the one that broke it.
Oh, Greg.
I had a little chopper, like it looks like a miniature, I don't know, what are those called? Food processor.
Yeah,
Almost looks like a miniature food processor. It was great for nuts and chopping up just little things. It was perfect size. And Greg used it to chop up eggshells, I think, for our
garden.
No, not for our garden, for our compost and
composting,
where the worms live.
That's what I meant.
Because we were raising worms for a while. That's another story. Anyway, I was so sad to see that go, and so I got on to see I want to replace it. Nothing looks as good or will work just perfectly like that did. So
that's just the kick in the teeth. Like it's so hard when you get so attached to something, and it's so true. They don't make them like they used to. They just don't.
Whatever
make
you buy
stuff.
is going to last probably, 5 years now, and then you'll be replacing it, which I understand is a good marketing
for businesses and manufacturers for sure.
Have to buy it. But kids are going out now too and finding the retro. I mean, they're going to estate sales and whatever, and finding those old
thrifting is huge
mixing bowls
now.
Probably because like my mom had those and they lasted forever. I'm gonna get me some of those too.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I love watching Instagram accounts of young people who love to bake and make things, and they will go find things that are like antique and use those. There's one it's called turquoise. It's something I can't pronounce it.
Turquoise.
It's TURKUAZ.
Oh,
kitchen, and she has the biggest following. And it's like, I was watching one of her videos this morning, and she was making, everything is from scratch. And I'm trying to remember. She made this molten lava chocolate cake.
Ooh.
But every tool that she uses looks like from either the late 1800s or the early 1900s. Like it's all, and even the clothes that she wears. Of course, you don't see her from the neck up, but she is always has like very old, like
Oh, neat.
wooden
This is how
tools.
your
And
grandmother would have made it
yes,
when she was
she, for her mixing, when she does, instead of like a handheld mixer or even one of those fancy KitchenAid stand mixers,
mixers.
she uses the hand
Yes.
crank thing to mix up all of
Well,
her.
I this sounds like we're switching topics. We are not. Just follow my brain here.
Okay.
So when I was putting my studio together, I had a very industrial look. I love my studio. I have an old light table, industrial light table from
Yes.
probably maybe the 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
And it looked great. And I found some old lockers that had old metal lockers that have a wood top put to them. So that industrial look. And I have a 1950s drafting table in my studio. So I'm kind of mixing all these old looks.
Yes.
Well, I found this. I don't know where I found it, but it was a two level tin box rectangle with doors on it, old fashioned pressed. It looked like pressed tin or pressed metal,
Ooh.
and it was old and it had patina to it, and
Yeah.
I could not figure it. And it had rack shelves, like these
Yes.
metal rack shelves in it. And I thought, well, I'm going to that'll be perfect for holding I don't know what I decided to
Sure, I
put in
can
it,
figure
whatever.
it out.
But it
Yeah.
was perfect in my industrial
Yes.
studio.
Yeah.
Worked. So but I was curious, and I called Mom and I said, Mom, what is this? And everything. And she just got just quiet for a minute. And she goes, well, that's how you did your preserves.
Oh, yeah.
So it was one of these tin towers that you would set. It's lifted on the bottom, and you
Yeah.
set it over your gas,
Uh-huh.
a stovetop burner, and you put your jars with the wax tops and the thing, and you
Yeah.
put it in there, and it would seal. It would heat up those jars, and it would seal your preserves, and everything. And I would I mean, my brain
Yeah.
in no way could get to what this was for,
Isn't
what
that
purpose
funny?
it was for.
Yeah.
But it was neat to
Yeah.
hear how did Grandma do it?
Yeah.
How did Mom do it when
My
they were there?
mother, when my sister and I were little, my parents called it junkin. We're gonna go junkin, and then my sister and I would be like, no, please, no, and that meant we're going antique shopping.
Yes.
They loved it. That and it was just something they loved doing together. My dad, because my grandfather and my uncles were all upholsterers, and they built furniture and just very, very handy carpenter type family. And so my peepaw, my grandfather, passed that on to all three of his sons. They were all very good at making things. My uncle Danny made chairs, like those cane rocking
yes,
chairs.
yeah.
And my uncle Keith actually took the business over and made furniture. And then my dad's just always been, handy at just fixing things.
I remember a pie in your parents'
They collected, yep.
what was it, pie cabinet?
It's a pie
in your
cabinet.
parents' home.
Yep.
And your dad was telling me how he fixed that and
Yeah.
restored it and everything.
Yes. They found it, and the top of it was so beaten up, and he worked on that thing. It's like a butcher block top on it. And he worked on it and just couldn't get it smoothed out, and couldn't get the wood grain just, to show up beautifully like he wanted to. And he just kept at it. I mean, I don't know how long he worked on that thing. And then I don't know how they realized it, but something occurred to him after days of working on this thing, and he just pulled off that top and turned it upside down.
Yes.
And it was flawless.
That's what he was telling me.
It was just flawless.
That was the story he was telling me.
Funny. So, which I'm sure there's some biblical illustration in there somewhere that
I think there is.
Don't give up on things so
And-
easily.
My husband's the same way, but there's so much beauty in the old things that were made because there was so much care and how
Craftsmanship.
precious that it was because
Yeah.
it was precious materials and precious time that went into it to
Yeah.
to save it. Greg, on my drafting table, we found my old drafting table. It's a Hamilton, and they're people look for them because they're just beautiful. And we found one at an old school that was and so we drove to get it. But my husband, he asked if I wanted because it was a drafting table, so it had the little points where the protractor was put down, and it had scars and some burned stuff on it. And he goes, "You want this to be sanded out and go away?" And I was like, "No, I love that.
I love the character.
I want to know that I'm sitting where somebody worked on some precious whatever." So he cleaned it real well, and I don't know if he oiled it or waxed it. He just brought this beautiful. It's just
full of stories,
but so it's got the old story, but he brought the beauty back out of it anyway. Aww. I think we're always going to love and appreciate what the generation before us and several generations
let me give you some encouragement. If you're listening to this and you get discouraged, just like sometimes we talk about how we miss things, we miss the way it used to be, and just the fact that it's sad sometimes how the younger generations will never know kind of the childhood that we had and the experiences that we had. I
think the carefree. I think they don't have as carefree.
Yes. No, they don't.
Childhood.
But here's some encouragement. If you just need a dose of hope, buy a college student lunch or dinner, and they will just be give you just a great dose of hope for the future. They don't like AI. They're not really excited. We were, Randy and I were talking about this yesterday. We were talking to some of our kids at college ministry at the Heights, and they're not happy about it, obviously, because they're going to have to
replace some things.
This generation that's coming up, the 18, 19, 20-year-olds, worst position you could be for all this AI stuff coming out, because they're not yet ready to, have to work with it, deal with it. They're just getting into their jobs.
Not sure how it's going to fit into the job market.
Exactly. And they're not trained for it yet. So they're going to have to do some learning. This is not what they grew up thinking. Generations behind them will already have the opportunity to start thinking ahead of time. But the Gen Z craves authenticity. They want real. They want things that last longer. They want face-to-face. They want a genuine experience. And when it is something that ties you to your past or to their family's past, they've started learning trades. Yes.
Craftsmanship.
Yes. That is absolutely true.
I noticed that they are, for example, the girls all coming over to bake cookies.
Yes.
They appreciate more the hand-touched gesture of "you're important to me," rather than going to Amazon. And hey, I've got a lot of Amazon purchases here, but
for sure.
And I remember seeing that with what I used to roll my eyes at. Was they were very into the specialty coffees. They'd buy the presses. They would, but they would put the work in themselves to make it a great cup of coffee.
You know what that is?
What?
Ritual. There is a ritual that goes along with the coffee beans and the grinding of the coffee beans. And so they've understood now, when I take a sip of this coffee,
I've put love into this cup that I've made for you.
This is,
My daughter used to come and she would go, "Let me make you a good cup of coffee."
My son does that every time.
It was an act of love and appreciation, just like when we used to watch our grandmother. And I would be fascinated with how she could make a biscuit. And do you remember? And there's a lady that does videos now, the old-fashioned way, where she would scoop a hole into the flour and she would break the eggs into the flour, and her hand would swirl around and mix it. And those biscuits, when you say "I taste the love in them,"
you absolutely,
that's what she was pouring into them.
AKA butter,
right? butter. And the kids, there is. They are appreciating. And, I worry being an artist at first with all this AI. Of course, the artists were all going, well, there goes the need for us. But I've probably had more people interested in, a specialty hand
Yes.
done,
Yep.
Something that people are going to open up and go, wow, you knew my taste.
Yes.
You went to someone and you asked them,
Yeah.
capture this and present it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they really do have an appreciation now
Yep.
of things like that.
So there's the seasons, there's cycles of appreciating tech and all that tech can do for us and the way it can automate some of our lives. But then there's also the caution of like, I don't want this to take this place. Or it's like we love screens so much. We love screens. We love watching movies. We love having tiny computers in our hands. But then you've got all of our kids. I can't remember seeing one kid out of about 30 to 35 kids that come, our college kids that come on Sunday morning, that don't have a Bible. They're not using
Yes.
their phones or their
And the
iPads or
other thing,
laptops for their Bibles at all.
this generation,
And they're
yeah,
handwriting in their journals. They're handwriting and they're journaling. And
taking notes.
they've got planners that they're writing things out. So
I see this generation on the same thing. I see this generation more into the apps and stuff that will control time, screen time.
Yep.
They're passing
Yeah.
on, let's get, this out of our hands more
Yeah.
and go experience life. My nieces and nephews, man, they're out traveling now.
Yes.
And they're hiking and they're
Yes.
getting out and they're so unappreciative
Yeah.
of not unappreciative.
Sure.
They recognize what technology takes from them instead of giving them.
Yes.
And so they're making, choices that way.
So true. So
yeah,
true.
I'm seeing there is
Yeah.
a lot of wisdom in this generation coming up.
There is a lot of wisdom. And they are starving to death for biblical literacy. So if you are someone that's listening to this and
Are good at mentoring.
are really good at
discipling.
mentoring and you have that Bible knowledge, it is not that hard. And you're a part of a church that does have college kids or college aged kids, because that's another thing. They're not all doing the university route anymore. They're finding out that I can learn on the job. It would be so much better to have a trade
Right.
knowledge than like paying for a degree. And so they're learning on the job these days, but they are really, really eager to understand biblical truth. They're not looking for therapy. They're not looking for just a counseling session. Sometimes I do get that. Sometimes we sit and talk about boys, but most of the time they'll in fact, I've had this before where someone will call me and say, can we meet? I need to talk to you. And I'm like, well, can we just do it during our normal discipleship session? She goes, no, because that I want to get through.
I want to
save that for Bible time. I have some other things. And I was like, absolutely. I was so tired. And I was like, I don't want to. I'm physically and emotionally drained, but I'm going to honor this because I want to honor her desire to sit and study scripture. So, yeah. So cheese bags, I tell you what, they're just
the circle that we went from. Why can't they fix a cheese bag?
I know. Sometimes I wonder
this?
if I never want to get like a professional podcaster, somebody like a coach or somebody, because I know they're gonna go.
Whoa!
Stick to a topic. If y'all would just stick to a topic.
Traveled through that.
But I tell you what, you and I just started this because we are already having these conversations. You and me.
we
started. So we were just like, why not?
Our Cracker Barrel conversations.
Why not just make this into a podcast?
We would share a few of our videos and a few of our topics online, and people go start asking, "Can we come to breakfast with y'all?"
Yeah.
Because the best thing about the friendship is. And in the times that are scary, and is there going to be a job there and
Yes.
whatever,
Yeah.
find that friend that you can talk with and
Yes.
laugh with, and don't
Yep.
stop laughing. Don't stop finding the joy. Remember your gratefuls.
Yes. Remember your gratefuls.
Don't let the world stress you out, because Jesus is not stressed.
No.
He said, I already got this.
Yeah. I heard the best quote this week along those lines. Jen Wilkins, who I love, love, love. She's on Instagram. Go listen to her. Go follow her on Instagram.
And do her Bible studies.
She's got great Bible studies. But she was talking about just kind of, it was a topic she was on our podcast, on her podcast, talking about, they were talking about the discussion, can you lose your salvation sometimes? Like some people believe that. But she was saying, the quote she had was, you can't jump scare God. It's like you can't jump scare him. You can't just walk in and him not know you're there, or just be surprised.
We usually have like many things that
he finds out,
throw in and discuss.
He already knows everything.
I'm chasing rabbits.
We haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, and I kind of feel like we just that was just our catch up.
Yeah. 2 weeks is a long time
for you and I not to see each other.
You know what I miss though?
Fried mushrooms.
Always. Because we haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
But our phone, do you remember probably 20 years ago, we would do like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock phone calls at night. And so, because we didn't meet for breakfast. And we would get, I don't know, I just remember we would get so tickled and laughing hysterically. And Greg would,
I know.
Okay. Greg would stick his head in.
Randy would come in and just slowly lean in after I'm just been cackling so loud, and just take the handle of the door and just pull the door shut slowly, as with like, you're being so loud. And he would just close the door, and I knew.
We don't do that much. We don't do phone calls much anymore. We usually text.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing I think about technology. I miss our phone calls because it would get us tickled. But anyway, if this season has you overwhelmed.
Yes. Are you overwhelmed?
I'm just whelmed. I wouldn't say over. I'm whelmed.
I'm just whelmed.
Maybe even drop the W. I'm helmed. Is that a word?
Are you helm? You're Lamed.
Probably because I've got that perfection thing in me, or where I think things have to happen perfectly. And all of my kids, everybody that participates, are like,
tries to assure you that no, you don't.
Nothing has to be perfect. Plus I'm not a good planner.
See, I disagree.
I've been the planner.
I think you're better than me, and here's why. You count backwards. You are always like, I know you'll have these art shows coming up, and you start like 6 months in advance.
I do.
Whereas me, my flavor of ADHD is that I wait to the last minute, and I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
But boy, I do good work last minute.
I think it's just very particular about what I can plan for. Like social gatherings are harder for me. And I think you're better at planning.
I'm better at planning social gatherings.
For social gatherings, because that's where my anxiety lies, sometimes in the social stuff. But things like art shows and like when we were making the sand art videos, I'm very particular about.
I did not read that situation better.
No. It also ties into something I struggle with, which is a sin that I struggle with, which is perfectionism. That's something that you have to let go of. Anyway, all that to say, in this time, if you are whelmed or overwhelmed in this time,
maybe you're underwhelmed that it's not
turning out the way
you thought. Your joy is not just measuring up to where, because I find that's me. I'm on the other end of it. Not that I'm having that this year, but I want to gobble every last second of the holiday season, because I don't want it to be over. I'm working so hard to be present.
We both have kids out of town now, and you want to make everything precious.
Every second count. And so if the emotions that I was expecting to be there, if I get sidetracked or whatever, um, and it's just a little underwhelming, then that's disappointing.
Yeah.
It can be disappointing. So,
And I don't want my kids are good at saying, "Mom, don't get so caught up in like I want everybody to be happy and does
yeah,
everybody have the food they want and all
yeah,
that stuff." And they're over there by the tree and
yeah.
participating in conversations going, "You're missing
The
the
point,
yeah,
you're missing
come here,
the
come sit
moment.
down." I
Yes.
think of
Yeah.
is it Martha? Come sit
Yes.
down. Sit
Yes.
down. It's okay.
Sit down.
Let the
Yes.
dust bunnies stay there for a little
Yes.
bit.
Nobody
Anyway,
notices it.
all that to say, he already knows,
Yes, he
right?
does.
And we don't let all of that pressure that moms in particular tend to feel,
Yep.
or just women making the moms of the office. You may not be a mom, but the mom sometimes in the office
Yes.
that has to
Yes.
make that party or that person, that coworker feel loved at a certain
Loved
time.
and
It
yeah,
just all gets to
seen.
be a lot.
Yeah.
um Sit and quiet down and know that he's uh
And
that
you have he's in control.
he's in control.
Yep.
And remember what matters, and just
And
let
your
things go.
favorite verse.
My favorite verse, when we talk about, I mean, we're so inundated with news, and
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it too. And I would say, just stop it.
Yeah.
Do you know
Cut it out.
cut it out, that Bob Newhart sketch
Yes. Yes, with
where he
Bob
says
Newhart as a
therapist,
therapist.
and she tells him about her concern about I think being buried in a box or whatever. Anyway,
And he's just like, stop it.
just stop
Just
it.
stop that.
Just stop that.
Yeah.
Well, so stop it. That's what Jesus is saying.
Yeah.
Stop it. I've got this. But I always picture, my favorite verse is John 16:33, and I always tell people I'm a very visual person, and I
Yeah.
picture Jesus, and I'm in among the 12.
Yes.
Like I'm
Yes.
there because I feel like I know he's
Just like,
talking to me. Yes, what do you say? But he's explaining about there's going to be some stuff happening, and it's
yeah.
going to be tough.
Yes.
We got stuff happening. We got stuff happening in this world, and it's tough.
Yeah.
And Jesus says, I tell you these things so that in me you may find peace. In this world there will be trouble. We knew that, right? We knew that. In this world there will be trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. I mean, I've already got this, guys.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's just so good.
Anyway, my
That's
favorite
so good.
verse, just
Yeah.
remember that when things seem overwhelming, when you turn on the news, just go flip it right back off.
You just turn it back off.
You
Yeah.
turn that news off,
Yes.
and remember that Jesus loves you.
Can't mess that up.
You can't.
Not even
A little bit.
not even a
smidgen.
little bit. Not just like, no, you can't do it. Right, guys?
Stay fresh,
Okay,
cheese.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.